Hey guys, this video is for the ladies that have heavy bleeding. Some of you, you've already been through this and you took a medical route to correct it, but if I can catch some of you early, I will now. I've done a quick podcast about hormones. I am going to work on a quick specialty workshop about this, but just to share some commonalities. And again, I don't want to give blanketed advice here to where I could harm you, where you think that's exactly your situation. But there's typically multiple answers to heavy bleeding that can help you heal very quickly. So in my personal practice, what I've seen the most causing heavy bleeding is a vitamin K2 deficiency, a deficiency in animal fat and protein, and or a total caloric deficiency. If someone doesn't have enough calories to operate and produce the correct amount of hormones, their body will dysregulate or misfire, so to speak, and have symptoms letting you know. So too few of calories can either cause something where you're having a lack of menstrual cycle, or maybe getting a period every 2 weeks. And then some people with low protein are going to get very heavy bleeding. The other very commonality with that is estrogen dominance. So I'll send a little link here of the symptoms with estrogen dominance. The hard part is a lot of physicians don't know how to address this in a healthy way, again, that is not too extreme. So I'm typically going to look at what is your diet, where have you been misled as to what's healthy and what's not healthy? What is your current caloric need? How many calories does your body need? Is there any other stressor hiding in your body, like a neuromuscular dysfunction that you do not know that's causing your body stress? Again, do you have a specific vitamin deficiency we need to address? And we address that root cause, you get better almost instantaneously, like 1 to 3 months. And then for life, you prevent a more catastrophic event. So let's say you have heavy bleeding and nobody finds out the root cause and they just do a uterine ablation or they do a hysterectomy, but the root cause has been left unaddressed. That can create a much more catastrophic issue later, such as like a stage 4 cancer diagnosis or early osteoporosis, or again, like thin blood or bleeding from somewhere else. So for me, my goal is to figure out why it's happening and teach you why it's happening. Nothing is just happening to us. There's actually always an answer as to why a symptom is happening. You just have to have someone that's a good body detective. And understanding the body is kind of like knowing how to read Braille and maybe speak 3 different languages, because there's so many things that could be going on at one time. And it's just something that I love to do, and I'm trying to teach other people how to do it effectively. But as a whole, if nobody is telling you why you have heavy bleeding and how to correct it naturally, they are missing the boat. And for those of you that have already went through a hysterectomy or uterine ablation, it is very critical that you still get some kind of holistic health evaluation to address what could have caused that, because I'm telling you, it just becomes a bigger problem later. And if we can solve it now, it'll be like a blessing in disguise. You won't know how much you've prevented, but if you could shadow me in a day, or you could, I could wear a GoPro on my head and show you the amount of tragedies that I see happen to individuals that just didn't have to happen if they had competent care, it would blow your mind. And so anyway, I pray that this little tidbit will help you. Feel free to post any questions, and I'll put some supporting links with the data that I share. I hope you have a beautiful day.